If you're a fan of the NFL, you'll probably know that other than some amazing on-screen matches, it has a whole lot of drama. When teams aren't facing off with each other on the field, they're engaged in some very unsportsmanlike behavior. In today's video, we'll be talking about how Antonio Brown is in legal trouble once again and how his rivalry with Tom Brady had taken a surprising turn. Let's get into it. To start with, there's an arrest warrant out for him. The wide receiver left the NFL with an impressive list of accomplishments and is now looking for work in the music business. But you know that he's always managed to get himself into trouble, whether it's the charges against him or what happened in the Dubai pool. He already has a long rap sheet, but this time there's a warrant out for his arrest. Since he stopped playing sports, his life has been full of excitement and drama. The ex-NFL player quickly became friends with a lot of famous people and made a name for himself in the rap industry. Looks like his past is finally catching up to him. This latest brush with the law is going to cost the ex-footballer a lot of money. Earlier in the week, he was taken into custody. Hillsborough County, Florida issued an arrest warrant on charges of domestic abuse. Things could get even worse for him as he keeps giving shocking comments to the media. Back in 2020, he turned himself in the night after a warrant for his arrest was filed in Broward County, Florida. At the time, there were a lot of charges against him. He's been in this position many times before, but it doesn't look like he'll be getting out of this one. Now for his feud with Tom Brady and Alex Guerrero. Fans of the NFL know that the player has had a long-running feud with Brady, and things have steadily gotten worse over time. He's been very critical of the Bucs' starting quarterback on social media. Tom has always been very nice to him. He even presented him with a once-in-a-lifetime chance to win the Lombardi Trophy with him, but he didn't respond. While it was a great gesture on the other player's part, there has been some trouble in his team. It seems like the team still hasn't been able to find a receiver with enough experience to replace Brown. Coming to his feud with Guerrero. For those of you who don't know, he's the physical therapist for the team. The ex-player called him a fraud and stated that his methods are harmful to sports people. The anger Brown feels for these two is getting the best of him. Coming up, this isn't his first brush with the law. The ex-footballer was accused of the sexual assault and battery of his former trainer, Taylor. During the 2017 NFL season, the receiver reached out to the trainer for help and she agreed. While she wasn't interested in getting together with him romantically or dating him at any point, something she made abundantly clear, he wouldn't back down. Reportedly, he took advantage of the trainer's kindness and strong religious beliefs by pretending to be a fellow Christian and someone she could trust. He had lied to her and told her she'd be safe to get her to work for him. He sexually abused her twice in 2017 while they both were in training. She decided to take legal action against him and sued him. The matter has now been resolved as both parties have settled. To determine Brown's punishment under the NFL's conduct policy, the league is still looking into the situation. He was banned for the first 8 games of the 2020 season for breaking the league's rules even before the sexual assault allegations were made. It was because of a no-contest plea to burglary and violence charges from a 2020 incident in Florida, as well as allegations that he sent threatening texts to a woman who had rejected him. What's more, he went a little buck wild. He was signed by the team before the 2020 season, and he played for them for the entire season. However, problems started to arise when he provided the league with a fake vaccination card. This was brought to the NFL's attention by his chef and led to a big investigation. The league upheld the charges against him and his teammate Mike Edwards and punished him for 3 games for lying about his vaccination history. The team decided not to let him go, but soon realized that they had made a mistake. After his return, he was immediately bombarded with questions about his suspension. He denied everything but lost his cool and was very aggressive toward reporters. The final straw for the player was when he decided to strip down and streak across the field in the latest NFL season. He was last spotted in uniform, sitting on the bench and having a conversation with Mike Evans. When he was done, he threw his shirt into the throng along with everyone else. He charged towards the changing room, and as he jumped for joy in the end zone, he rushed across the field and gave the peace sign to the Jets supporters. The team let him go after that. Now let's look at his disturbing trolling of Brady. There's so much drama in the NFL. Michael Vick, a former NFL quarterback, stated that the player's online attacks on the Bucs quarterback were super strange, as they were both great NFL players. In 2015, when Vick and Brown both joined the Pittsburgh Steelers, the wide receiver's work ethic and talent were praised. The former player's skill has never been in question, but he hasn't been signed by many teams because he is so moody. Brady. With his long rap sheet and the fact that he's difficult to work with, most teams have passed him by. Even though he's been in trouble in the past, he won the Super Bowl in 2020 with Brady, but he hasn't played since he streaked on the field during a game against the New York Jets. Other than the weird turn of events, fans were pretty angry that he turned his back on his friend. In Week 17 of the 2021 NFL season, he left the field during the third quarter of the game against the Falcons, and he didn't return. In the next press conference, Tom stated that the entire team loves him and cares about him. They only want what's best for him, but it seems like he's his own biggest enemy. The pair had been close friends for a long time, but the free agent has done everything he can to ruin it. Since the quarterback's last game, the former NFL player has been criticizing him on social media. Up next, we've got those edited photos of Brady's ex-wife. Fans believe that the ex-footballer reached an all-time low when he started going after his rival's wife on social media. He even posted a photo of himself with Gisele Bündchen that was edited. Brown upset his former friend by putting his face on a picture of the couple back when they were still together. He posted this edited picture right after they filed for divorce. He has also been happy about the offensive problems of the Buccaneers, claiming that they need to retire his old friend. When the Bucs lost to the Browns, the player took his thoughts to Twitter. He expressed his anger at his team and specifically his former teammate. He went as far as to say that without him, the team was suffering. Vick, a former teammate of the disgraced player, had enough and finally spoke out about the disturbing effects his comments have been having on the team. He resented the fact that it seems like the ex-NFL player used his friendship with Brady just to turn around and stab him in the back. We hate fake friends. His problems just keep getting worse, and before he was traded, he was even blamed for making things weird for the Steelers. His former teammate gave him a great chance to settle down, but he didn't take the opportunity seriously. With robbery and assault charges, we would think he'd have a permanent place in the Steelers. Finally, we have the reasons behind his actions. We all know that Brady gave him his big break and was such an amazing friend to him when he needed it the most. They're not on great terms now, and fans have very strong opinions about who's at fault. Let's just get it out of the way. It's all Brown's fault. It's common knowledge that Brady let the former player stay at his house when he didn't have anywhere to go. That's what friends are for. Even though he hasn't taken one chance to speak badly about his former teammate, Brady has chosen not to respond at all. He hasn't once badmouthed his former friend in interviews or even on social media. Fans know that the disgraced player famously had a fight with Ben Roethlisberger before he left Pittsburgh, and when he was with the Oakland Raiders, he almost got into a fight with the team's general manager, Mike Mayock. So it's pretty obvious that this is his pattern of behavior. While we can't say for sure why he acts the way that he does, many people point to the hard hit he took to the head from Vontaze Burfict in the 2016 wildcard round. This might have given him a cerebral concussion. As he's never gotten it checked out, we can't say anything for sure. We just hope he cleans up his act. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think the reason behind Antonio Brown's erratic behavior is a cerebral concussion? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you at the next one.
It's just, yeah, there's a lot to it, so bad execution on offense at a time where we need a good